making a video on how I spend my Ekadashi. So what am I cooking at present? I'm making Rajgira Thali Peet. You want to know how I make it? Wait a second. Dia loves eating Rajgira Thali Peet. So this is among one such recipes which is completely enjoyed by my family. In fact, they keep waiting for this recipe. So I have fixed it for breakfast on every Ekadashi. I'll share the recipe with you. I have taken around 2 medium-sized potatoes here. I have grated them and I'm using 1 teaspoon of jeera, then 1 green chili chopped, and some ginger, grated ginger. You can take around 1 teaspoon of grated ginger. Now I'm adding 2 tablespoons of oil. Okay, remember one thing, that when you're using potatoes, I have not used boiled potatoes here. These are raw. And now you are adding handful of grounded peanuts, peanut powder. And comes the main ingredient, that is Rajgira flour. I have used around 1.5 cup of Rajgira flour. And the last ingredient is Himalayan salt, that is Sendha Namak. You can use any salt, but when it comes to Ekadashi, I'm particular for using Himalayan salt. I think everyone uses Himalayan salt only. So that's what my mom has taught me actually. So I'm using Sendha Namak here. Make sure everything is combined well, then add half to 1 cup of water or as required and knead a dough. Take a small ball of dough and start patting it over your oiled tawa. Now if you are not comfortable doing this, you can also start patting it over oiled butter paper and then gently drop the sheet upside down over the hot griddle. And then peel off the butter paper sheet slowly without breaking your thali peet. But I'm more comfortable this way, so this is how I do it. Now smear some oil over the thali peet. Make a hole in between and then smear some oil over it. And then cook both the sides on medium flame. So for those who don't know what is Ekadashi, it's just refraining yourself from grains throughout the day. The idea behind this is simple. You have to be less lazy and more active throughout the day so that you can concentrate more on spiritual activities. So let me show you what we have done throughout the day. I think the best way to help our children become natural prayers is to make it intentional when they are small. And it truly is important to make prayer a daily habit. So what we do is we try to bring that positive habit as it is best learned by example. Prayers isn't accidental. It needs to be modeled and it needs to be fun and engaging for a child. Then only they'll carry on the same thing which you had been doing in your childhood. Like when I was a child, I saw my father praying every morning. I saw my mother praying every morning, and that's how I have gotten habit of praying early in the morning. And the same thing I want my children to inherit too. So this is our small efforts to try our best. Now it's time to prepare lunch, and for lunch I am making two things today. I am making sama khichdi and paneer ki sabzi. So I'll show the recipe for that as well. In a cooker, add 2 tablespoons of desi ghee. Add 1 teaspoon of jeera, 1 green chili finely chopped, 1 teaspoon of ginger paste. Mix it properly. Add few curry leaves into it, a handful of peanuts. Mix properly, roast peanuts for few minutes, and then add 1 cup of washed sama. Again mix it well, and then add 1 teaspoon of sindha namak, that is Himalayan salt. Once you have roasted it for few minutes, then add 3 cups of water and allow the water to boil. Once the water starts boiling, close the lid and cook it on medium flame for 1 whistle. In a pan, take 1 tablespoon of oil, add 1 teaspoon of jeera to it and allow it to splutter. Then take 1 green chili finely chopped and 1 teaspoon of ginger paste. Mix everything well. Add the curry leaves to it and mix it for few seconds. Then add paneer cubes. I have used around 250 grams of paneer cubes here. Mix it well. Then I am using around 2 tablespoons of grounded peanuts. Again mix it well. Then add water as per your consistency. Now I've added 1 teaspoon of sugar, some curd to make the gravy thicker, and I forgot to mention 1 teaspoon of Himalayan salt, sindha namak. Once the gravy looks something like this, you know that it's ready. And now comes the most favorite part of the day. It is this time of the day when we listen to the songs, that is bhajans particularly in the morning, which gives us a great peace. Actually, kids living in the new generation think of bhaktis and bhajans to be uncool. But in reality, exposing a kid to these soothing songs can help them cope them in their first life. Hence, I really feel that as parents, one needs to incorporate these thoughts in your kids. My third recipe for dinner today is sabudana ki khichdi, and it is the most loved recipe during Ekadashi. So I'm making sabudana khichdi as per my version. Take 2 tablespoons of oil and add 1 teaspoon of jeera to it. Allow it to splutter. Then add 2 slitted green chilies and 1 teaspoon of grated ginger. mix everything well. Then add few curry leaves. And now I have taken 2 boiled potatoes and I have cut it into small pieces. Again, mix it very well. Then add half teaspoon of Himalayan salt. Add around 1 teaspoon of sugar. And this is sabudana, 1 cup of sabudana, soaked sabudana for 5 hours. And I have added around 2 tablespoons of grounded peanut powders into it. Again, half teaspoon of Himalayan salt and 1 teaspoon of sugar. In fact, 2 teaspoons of sugar. Oh, I've used 3. We are Gujaratis, you know, so we eat a lot of sweet. So sugar you can add as per your taste. Mix this nicely and then add this mixture into your potato mixture. Now I'll sprinkle some water over it and close the lid for only 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, I'll just mix again sabudana with the potatoes. Mix it very well and then again close the lid, this time for 5 minutes. Sabudana should be well cooked. The whiteness of sabudana which you see here, once they are cooked, it will go away and it will become transparent. That's when you know that it's cooked. So close the lid and let it cook on low flame for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, you can see that sabudana is completely cooked. At this point, this is the last stage. I am adding 1 teaspoon of lemon juice into it. And my sabudana is ready.